Welcome to r/AreTheStraightsOkay? Satire is dead, y'all. Wow. Off to a really great start, aren't we? Obviously the obligatory gay furry pride sharpied on the back of a car. I mean, I don't know about you, but I think we should make that mandatory. But then you've got some pro-Trump stickers on there, and let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 furry stickers. Something's telling me this guy might be in a swing state. Is this what it's like to be confused? Nah, I think it's just what it's like to be a centrist. Because I am just as confused as the person who probably owns this thing. I'm not sure if it is possible to be as confused as the person who owns this car, but let's just all back away slowly. Well, here's my verdict on this. Either someone as a troll put all those stickers on their car, which, to be honest, is the least likely option, or they're like a large amount of the American voter base, incredibly scattered and confused. Human sexuality is a rainbow of diversity. Hashtag Pride Month. Come on, did anyone really expect the science guy, someone a bit smart, to be anything else except pro-gay? It's Bill Nye the Gay Pride guy. And to be fair, I'm quite a fan of that bow tie. If I ever have an occasion that I need to wear a suit, I think I know what's going to be my tie. Conservatives be like, I'm not giving into your delusions. I said I'm not giving into your delusions. Can't you hear me? I'm not giving into your delusions. I think the only people with delusions here are conservatives, thinking they've got the right to say anything about how other people live. Cause hey, if you're so pro-free country, who cares how other people express themselves or live their lives? We're on the side of reality, and they're on the side of delusion. They think DEI, immigrants and trans people are more of a threat than billionaires controlling our society. Sellouts and loyalists infecting our government, and social programs being gutted by people without any human decency. Side note, what a shocker, trans people aren't a threat to other women? Anti-abortion laws are literally killing women. Assess the real threat, give women and people with wombs their bodily autonomy. It's the classic conservative trope. Why actually care about what's happening in the country when I can blame it on these random bogeymen? Because that's so much easier to blame it on than, actually changing things in government. Flag discourse is over. This is the new flag now. Oh, wow. That's a lot of colours. It kinda reminds me of, a fractal or something. Fractal pride flag. Someone should totally make that. Biblically accurate pride flag. That might need to be my new blue sky banner. Oh fuck, this was in an actual medical journal? I'm gonna cry. Hormone replacement therapy has many nicknames among trans feminine people, including titty pills, titty skittles, smart titties, chiclets, antihistamines. Okay, that's a really good one. Mammary mints, lifesavers, tit tacs, breast mints, feminems, antibiotics, transmission fluid, and the notorious HRT. I knew that there were nicknames for HRT, but I didn't know those, and how amazing that they are. If you guys know any other nicknames for HRT, please let me know. That is peak. Antibiotics is sending me, Lamau. Antihistamines is my favourite. Think antihistamines would still work? Antihistamines, for the FTM crowd anyway. I think my favourite is the notorious HRT. You gotta have elite ball knowledge for that one. Don't you dare! Just for clarity, I have scattered a lot of just general gay memes in here as well, because people wanted to see those too. But I think you can tell which posts are straight people, okay? Definitely not teasing the next post. Don't text Samantha again. Who's this? Her boyfriend? Don't text her again. You don't want a problem with me. Oh no, so scary. Bro, she's my coworker. I just need her to take my shift next week. I don't care. I'll make your life hard, kid. My bench is 315 and deadlift is 405. Who gives a shit, girly pop? I don't see why so many toxic masculine men always like, I'm gonna beat you up. For the smallest things. I mean, sorry for being able to control my emotions, I guess, and not having to be an angry little baby and yell and try and assault people. I'm 6'3" and I used to wrestle too. I'll break your tiny arms. Toxic masculinity really confuses me sometimes. Sir? This is a Wendy's. Oh, wow. That is certainly one way to celebrate your kid's birth. My jaw is on the floor. 3 inches when it... Oh. That's, with 241,000 likes on TikTok as well. Oh my gosh. Not even lying about it. I am sorry for that man. Now, everyone knows, I guess. Ugh, jeez. 19 inches came out. TMI, girly pop. Don't think assumedly like 1 million people on TikTok needed to know that. That is certainly concerning. Well, hey chat, if you guys want to support this gay guy reading kinda gay stuff, totally like and subscribe, because it helps a lot. Anyway, have a great day and back to the video. Going back to toxic masculinity, I guess. Female virginity is a sign of purity. In the Big 25? I think people had that opinion maybe back in 1950. Not 2025. You're 75 years late, bud. Male virginity is a sign of failure. Oh yeah, this guy definitely listens to Andrew Tate and all of that. I didn't make these rules, nature did. No, people like you certainly did make those rules, and the only people who listen to them are yourself. And your own sense of insecurity. Because I don't know about you, but if you mark failure or achievement by who you do or don't sleep with, I think you're a pretty shallow person. You do know relationships aren't just about sex, right? I can never look at this subreddit without there either being incels or toxic masculinity, and that's what we get. AI sex robots will liberate men from the sexual tyranny that they're under. Is the sexual tyranny in the room with us? Maybe if you close Elon Musk's Twitter and stop looking at the gimmick accounts that are making up lies, you'll start to realize that actually a lot of these things you believe don't really exist functionally. That's right, sex robots will be the biggest blessing to man since the dawn of time. Imagine never having to deal with the universe of bullshit that women make men go through for some pussy. Yeah, I don't think this person has ever been in a relationship with someone, ever. Or if they have, I'm sure it didn't last long. It will be paradise on Earth after sex robots hit the mass market. Men will no longer have to pretend to agree with women's bullshit opinions just to get laid. I'm saving up in Bitcoin, of course they're a crypto bar, to afford my custom-made 10 out of 10... The fuck? Aren't these the same type of people that always yammer on about the birth rate not being high enough? Okay, how about you try and have an actual healthy relationship with someone, as opposed to this whole thing where you see women as lesser and a chore to be in a relationship with. I've come to the conclusion that incel types do not want girlfriends. Yeah, from all of the different incel posts that I've seen over the years, I don't think a single one of them actually desires a healthy relationship. They don't know what a girlfriend or a relationship actually is. They think having regular access to a willing female body for their own uses will leave them winning at life and happy or content. In short, they're fucking clueless. This is exactly it. They don't want a relationship. They just want sex. they don't even know how to make friends with other guys unless that friendship is based on something tangible that the other guy can give them. Connections and relationships entirely based off of what other parties can give you solely? Reminds me of a certain political party. You guys are supposed to like each other. You do know that, right? Been dating the same girl for 5 years, and I always keep her picture in my wallet. Whenever I face difficulties in life, I take out my wallet and stare at her picture. And it comforts me in knowing that if I can survive being in a relationship with this psychopath, I can survive anything. I never got that whole joke trope of, I hate being in a relationship with my partner, but I'm gonna stay in it and make jokes about how much I hate them. Cause I don't know about you, but just blatantly insulting your partner isn't healthy, nice, or in any way good morally. These people with fragile egos don't care about healthy or good, do they? Won't anyone ever think of the straights and their need for, checks notes, more platonic friendships between people of the same sex? While it's cute, I hope anything between the main girls stays non-canon. We need more just platonic girlfriends. Because everyone knows the only right way to do shows or TV shows or whatever is to constantly glue yourself to heteronormal ideals and clutch your pearls the second you see any opportunity that there could be a gay. Yeah, I don't think the straights are okay. Do women like this actually exist? I'm naturally an alpha male. Almost always the biggest, strongest, and smartest guy in the room. Do men like this actually exist? And it gets so boring being in control. Yeah, this guy probably doesn't even ask the McDonald's attendant for more ketchup. I don't think he can chat. But every girl I meet expects me to keep up that alpha shtick with them too. I like strong and dominant girls, but I just don't attract them because I give off daddy energy naturally. I don't think you do. I don't think someone advertising themselves as alpha this much and having to say that they're alpha is actually whatever that means. Fellas, is it gay just to have a little bit of fun? According to these pseudo-alpha males, yes? Fun is a feminine concept. If it interests you, you likely have low testosterone and feminine hormones. I mean, I like fun, and if liking fun makes me feminine, okay. Don't really care, and don't think anyone else does either. Whereas high testosterone masculine hormone makes you derive fulfillment and positive emotion from progressing in the social hierarchy. Oh, what? Fulfillment and positive emotion? You mean fun? I don't think these people realize that the whole grind set mindset just isn't any way healthy or, mind you, in any way effective. Given to my friend's 4-year-old at our garage sales lemonade stand. Oh look, they got a $5. I wonder what happens if we look a bit more into it. Kids love bottom brand rainbow colored fentanyl. If straight men were smart, they would come to Pride to meet women. Please do not. Yeah, please don't use Pride or Pride events as an excuse to find women or chase women. Yeah, not only is that inappropriate, but very creepy. My mum said, I don't feel like celebrating America this year, so let's have a different 4th of July theme. Yeah, I pledge allegiance to the flag. The Pride flag, of course. Zoran Mamdani wants to spend $65 million on trans medical treatment, including for minors if elected NYC mayor. So Mamdani is somehow both an Islamist, ready to push Sharia law into New York City, while also an evil super woke commie ready to create transition camps for kids. The conservative mind is nothing more than just a bowl of melted tissue. And they share that one bowl of melted tissue between all of them. I don't know about you, but being supportive of your trans and queer constituents is another reason for me to love Mamdani. God, I will fucking pray every night that Mamdani turns NYC into the woke commie nightmare that conservatives think he will. I always wonder if it's an actual legitimate fear of communism straight out of the McCarthy era, as if he's about to go full Stalin and murder hundreds of thousands of people for basically no reason, or if it's a we call the opposition communist, so that's what we'll do thing for them. Yeah, I think it's 100% the second option. It's not fear of a genuine reason, it's fear of a made-up reason. That's conservatives all over. Do they really think he's gonna turn New York City into East Berlin? Or is it just a, that's the new name that we'll call the other side thing that they don't actually believe? Politics being a football game where you just root for your town's team no matter what really makes things exhausting. Got this disgusting email. Oh no, it's a US specific post. This is not gonna be good. Oh, it's a letter from Congress. Oh no. Oh, wish us luck, I guess. Dear Miss C, thank you for contacting me about LGBT rights. I appreciate your thoughts on the issue and welcome the opportunity to respond. LGBT rights are not in danger. Oh no. Those who have truly been discriminated against are Christians. Oh no. I'm not gonna read the rest of this, because I think I know where this is going. Well, the House of Reps, everyone. I hope this guy never gets voted in again. I've obviously mentioned the whole thing about people pushing for Christian nationalism, but seeing it in an official letter from Congress... Oh... no. Didn't even get past the second paragraph. I don't even think I got past the third sentence. It is absolute ignorance. Also, we were meant to have a separation between church and state? My arse. Yeah, Republicans have been awfully adamant in squishing those two together again. Would in a way want to send them a question about that response because that's so clearly not separating church and state? Well, the simple answer is, I don't think they're interested in doing such. That's the Republicans' plan after all. Wait, so if Christians are discriminated against, why are there more than 350,000 churches in the United States? Seems like he doesn't know what discrimination means. Because non-Christians exist. Oh no. The horror. And Christians don't usually get away with murdering them. That's oppression against Christians. They need to be allowed to butcher anyone that their local cult leader tells them to hate. At least that's how conservative Christians think. Struggle with same-sex attraction. I'm actually quite good at it, but thanks for being an arsehole. It could even be said that much of the LGBT community has a natural talent for it. I mean, I'll give credit where credit's due. My struggle with it is finding a date. I don't know about you, but fossils like that trying to send us back to the 1960s should never have been in office in the first place. It's really something that they even got in. There is something so funny about Elon's own AI shutting them up. Please reply to this post with divisive facts for Grok training. By this, I mean things that are politically incorrect, but nonetheless factually true. Wait a minute, how did Cat Turd worm his way into this video? Cat Turd, you probably feel left out if I didn't put you in here. Hey Grok, how many genders are there? Well, the number of genders depends on perspective. Biologically, most sources recognize two sexes, male and female, based on chromosomes and reproductive organs, as affirmed by US federal policy in 2025, but socially and culturally, gender is often viewed as a spectrum, with over 100 identities like non-binary or gender fluid listed in some sources. The exact number is debated, as gender expression varies widely. Legal recognition differs globally, with some cultures acknowledging more than 2 genders. The fact that Grok is the most sane user on that platform is both hilarious and depressing. I'm surprised that Elon hasn't shut him down yet, or muzzled him. He did try for about a week. Every time somebody asked a Grok question, it would talk about attacks on white landowners in South Africa. Well, apparently, he plans on trying again and retraining it on right-wing sources. I mean, I bet it'll fail and start spamming random stuff again. All of these comments were before Grok went on a Nazi tirade because they re-instructed it. Well, they predicted it quite well. Worry about your own country before worrying about my sex life. MAGA take notes. The planet is burning up, and you're mad about who I'm fucking. You're living paycheck to paycheck, and mad about my pronouns. 1-bedroom apartments are $2,000, and you're mad about my mannerisms? No social safety net, but my affection in public sends you into a rage. Pause, indeed. Dear MAGA, facts don't care about your feelings. How about you worry about the true stuff that's happening in your country, as opposed to the delusions that you make in your own mind? Oh my, but $2,000 for a 1-bedroom apartment is insane. Guess I should be happy that I can get one for $300 where I'm moving to. I just checked my old apartment complex's website. A 1-bed, 1-bath apartment is over $2,000. What happened to cheap rent? ? We need more people like Mum Danny trying to push for affordable housing and frozen rent, because this is what happens when rich people are let to run riot. We moved into a 2-bedroom at the tail end of the pandemic for $2,200. Today, the 1-bedroom in my building is $2,500. Insanity indeed. I'm having to have my boss be my landlord and have it to be a verbal agreement because otherwise I'm paying 30 to 40% more for half the space. And the landlord having access to my flat at any time to come by for an inspection to see if they can raise my rent further. Here's an idea, we'll organise straight pride as soon as you tell us the names of countries where being straight is dangerous. We'll wait, of course. Bigots will 100% unironically tell you that it's dangerous to be straight in America. I really wish I was joking. Well, when there's toxic people who only get their news from either biased sources or straight up lies, of course there's going to be people that say that all the time. And hey, I've heard it before. I work with a young fellow who rambles on to anyone who will listen about how heterosexual white cis males are currently the most discriminated against demographic in the world. It's fucking painful. I wonder how many hours he would answer if I asked how long a day he spent consuming far-right gimmick accounts content on Twitter and TikTok. I've worked with people who say Christians are discriminated more than gays. Of course, they couldn't pull up any proof. This advertiser is not okay. Am I the asshole for feeding my dog better than my wife? Yes. And this person's really gonna wonder why their wife divorces them at some point? Look, before you come for me, let me explain. Luna, my cockapoo, gives me way more joy these days than my wife. Yeah, you don't deserve that relationship. Do they know it's still 2025? Who the fuck's still pushing teehee wife bad in fucking 2025? They probably picked wife bad because it's shit. They want people to be shocked. They want people to interact with them. It doesn't matter. If people buy, I mean, it still does, but it's not the only electric nowadays. They want people to look up their product or click on their links. Ah yes, because nothing's a better way to advertise than laughing about how horrible of a person I am. Yeah, toxic men confuse me sometimes. Well, sometimes more like a lot. Hey chat, thanks for watching, and by the way, what did you guys think of this slight change of pace? If you liked it, please let me know. And if you got any other suggestions for different types of videos, let me know as well. And anyway, I hope you guys have a good day, and thanks for watching.